Alright guys, welcome to the stream. We just finished up the RBG versus Arrows match over on the RBG channel. Figured we'd see what's going on in the grand final of the NA Cash Cup here. First official Autumn Fall Cup. And bad news bears, after bouncing back from some adversity there on map 1, they gave up nuke 16-6, I believe. But looking sharper here on Inferno. Bad news bears sitting at map point, looking to push it to a third map. It's not a guarantee quite yet. EA looking to make their way towards A. Ben leaves that initial pick. DJ good for 2 with the SMG. Wild play there from DJ, but Swisher responding with the CZ from Quad, able to get 2 himself, brings it to a one-on-one scenario. Swisher with the AK-47 in hand, peeks mid, and we will officially be going to a third and deciding map. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a couple minutes. Welcome back to the stream, guys. Looks like we're just about to get underway here on map 3 between PA and B&B. As mentioned, B&B got out to a bit of a rough start there on map 1, giving up nuke 6-16. They were able to bounce back in map 2 there on Inferno, and we'll see what happens here on the deciding map, Dust 2. Looks like B&B looking to take things towards the B site. Full commit not being made yet. And if y'all didn't know, B&B does indeed have their coach playing here. They got Mad Cow on deck. B&B continuing to let some time off the clock here. Sheikh Zula leading B&B towards Catwalk via Xbox. Swisher leading the way now for B&B. He's already up. Cat making his way towards platform. DJ down. Cynic able to respond there. Getting the trade. Cynic good for 2 on the trade. Looking sharp. Let's see if we can get a third. Narrowly misses Spongy. Sheikh Zula advancing towards ramp there. Should be able to take care of Cynic. It's actually going to be Spongy taking care of both Cynic and Ben. Lead there by Elevator. Sheikh Zula dropping off platform towards CT ramp. That was not the move. Dropped right in front of Infinite, setting him up for an easy kill. Mad Cow taking out Infinite on ramp, brings it to a one-on-one scenario. Pondalone only has 11 HP. Mad Cow has not too much HP himself to work with, but does hit the headshot onto Pondalone. And the ex-pro and big dog coach Mad Cow does bring Pistol home for Bad News Bears. Way out here for B&B. Hits that initial headshot onto Pondalone. Infinite there to back up his teammate and get the trade. Let's see if B&B decides to push long further here. They do have options and quite a bit of time to work with. B&B continuing to advance up long. They've got Ben Lee rotating from platform. And Cynic somehow landing a wild headshot there across, just barely seeing Mad Cow through that smoke grenade. Ben Lee rotating off hidden boxes on a platform.
Bomb has been planted.
Oh, Ben Lee just barely seeing the top of Swisher's dome behind default there. Big 1D coming in. Spongy and Sheikh Zula looking to defend the bomb here for B&B. Sheikh Zula gets that initial headshot, does get traded out. Spongy good for 2 quick AK headshots, brings it to a one-on-one. Cynic coming up ramp, but Spongy goes big for a third AK headshot. Cynic down, and B&B now leading 2-0. Rotating back from CT spawn, but B&B still full force here onto the A side. Cynic does get that initial headshot. Good for another. Cynic coming up big with the deagle so far, but Junior keeping an eye on mid does pick up 2 rotating. That's going to leave only 2 players on PA remaining here. Mad Cow able to finish off both Cynic and Infinite. Be a third round going the way of B&B. You guys will have to give me just a moment. My dog's trying to make his way back outside here. Back on the microphone, looks like Junior trying to open things up at the B side. That's DJ down. B&B continuing advance into B here. Infinite does find one from outside the site. 4-on-4 scenario. B&B letting a bit more time off the clock before the plant here. Spongy will execute the plant. Alone, and the boys looking to potentially retake here. It's a 4-on-4, but Spongy brings it into B&B's favor. Ben Lee evening things out. Ben Lee good for a second. It's only Sheikh Zula remaining here. Quick 2K from over by Carr. He's hiding below Carr box. Still a 1v1 here. Similar HP after Infinite able to dink Sheikh Zula, but ultimately Sheikh Zula peeking at just the right time there. Able to finish off Infinite partially through that smoke grenade, and B&B continuing to look sharp here on Dust 2, now up 4-0. Backed up by Mad Cow. Mad Cow lining up two with the AK-47. Bentley was able to get a deagle headshot there in the midst of that chaos, but once again, B&B looks like they're able to pull off a long take. DJ and Bentley training with that. Bentley up near Goose, but Sheikh Zula taking care of him with a quick AK headshot. That's going to leave only DJ here for Party Astronauts, deagle in hand. Cow with a nicely placed Molotov there at the end of the round. Not much DJ could do. And B&B now up 5-0 here on the deciding map. HE popping off right by Sheikh Zula early. Swisher got picked at the very beginning of the round there. Party Astronauts really holding their mid and B angles. We'll see if they can get themselves around on the board here. Still a one-man advantage for PA, but B&B still with a minute 10 to work with here. B&B continuing to let some time off the clock. Infinite about to peek from Catwalk. It could be advantageous for him. It is. Sheikh Zula down. That's a two-man advantage for PA. Let's see if they can complete this defensive hold. B&B rotating essentially back towards T's spawn. Looks like B&B will indeed just be saving their weapons here. Junior certainly doesn't want to lose that AWP. Spongy going to be able to retain that AK. Mad Cow with an AK as well.
Counter-terrorists win.
Time will expire. B&B will successfully save those weapons. PA grabbing their first round of the map. Pawn alone still on the AWP here. Let's see if PA can keep some of that defensive chemistry going here. B&B does have some cash to work with. They will squeeze out 4 AKs. Junior still, of course, on that AWP from the save. DJ with the smoke into B tunnel. No major contact being made yet. B&B continuing to allow some time off the clock here. Again, they do have options. They're going to decide to group up here at B tunnel. DJ and Infinite. Hear that information. They're going to be preparing for the stop. Can Infinite get this initial pick? Infinite able to line up two nice headshots with the silenced M4 there. He's got DJ over at Car. Mad Cow Infinite with that nicely placed Molotov. Spongy going to fall at Car. Bomb will be planted. One-man advantage here for PA as they attempt to retake the B site. Making their way into side. Cynic flying out a window there. Benlead and Pawn Alone might attempt to save. Looks like they won't. Not going to be able to save anything there. Pawn Alone losing his AWP as well. Not an ideal round for PA. You got to save at least one of those weapons. I know they do have some cash to fall back on here, but they're still going to have to use up some money, dropping Cynic, who didn't have enough to buy himself there. And also, PA only going to be able to afford one set of head armor this round. See if that comes into play later in the round. Bad News Bears taking control of mid. This is similar to their default here. Pawn Alone with a big op kill from DD Jr. Able to respond though, gets the trade partially through the smoke there at DD. Gives us in a 4-on-4 scenario. B&B still with quite a bit of time to work with here. You'll have to excuse that slight UI there. Benlead making the rotation over from Xbox will take out two. Sheikh Zula there for the trade. Cynic peeking out Cat as well. That Sheikh Zula down. Spongy left in a 1v2. Wow. DJ on the final stop there. Spongy down. And PA is able to secure a second round for themselves. B&B still leading by 4. B&B not with the most cash to work with here this round. B&B opting for a couple upgraded pistols here, but ultimately a save for B&B. They're going to be using 3 Glocks. So we'll see just how much damage Bad News Bears can put out here. Infinite might be making contact very shortly here on Catwalk. He's anticipating a flash. It's not going to come out. Swisher going to hit the 1D onto Infinite, though, at the bottom of Cat's stairs. Pawn Alone able to trade back just a couple seconds later while that flash was dissipating. Leaves us in a 4-on-4 scenario here. Minute 10 on the clock. Spongy still making his way up long A. Hits that P250 headshot onto Cynic. B&B now with a potential opportunity to plant A. But PA grouped up in spawn. They're going to have to be careful on the crosshair. Spongy knows that. He's going to make the toss. It's not quite far enough there for Sheikh Zula to easily get it. And Benlead going to make them pay for that one. Benlead taking out both players there at cross. It's going to leave only Junior remaining at long A. DJ able to peek out and take him out with an M4 headshot. And PA back to within just 3 rounds. Certainly not out of this one yet. BNB looking to take control of Long A. No major peaks being made yet, though. That smoke's still down. BNB does have a player in pit now. That's Junior with the AWP. Let's see if he can make a nice peek onto the site. Still no visuals being made. Junior trying to find somebody up near default, but PA playing more towards Cat, actually, like to the side of default near platform. Move towards A, led by Swisher onto the side. Swisher and Mad Cow each good for a pick at A. They do take quite a bit of damage there in that skirmish. Cynic trying to get sneaky there, making the jump from elevator, but ultimately BNB able to hold him off there at the A side, and DJ and Ponalon will indeed be saving here for PA. Bomb officially going to detonate here soon, and that will indeed be a 7th round. Going the way of the Bears, continuing to show some strength here on the T side, and Mad Cow doing solid as well, tied for 2nd in frags with 9, so the coach actually coming up pretty big here. Mad Cow flexing those X-Pro skills. And Party Astronauts not with a lot of cash once again to utilize. Ponalone was able to save that AWP as mentioned. DJ still on that M4 he saved, but the remaining 3 for PA with pistols in hand. Infinite with a Deagle, Cynic with a CZ, Benley full saving with the USP. Junior with a nice pick there over near Catwalk. Let's see if BNB can capitalize off that. BNB rotating back towards Long. Let's see if they can make something happen at Long A. Still a minute 10 for them to work with here. Junior again, setting himself up in pit, double scoped up near sight and cross. Not finding anyone from PA peeking yet. Let's see if that changes momentarily. Ben Lee thinking about peeking out from cross inside that smoke grenade. He's not going to do so. Cynic and the boys kind of falling back a bit as well, but BNB continuing to advance towards Long. All 4 remaining PA players are here at Long. BNB about to make some major contact. Mad Cow with some nice intuition, hitting the smoke shot at cross onto Ben Lee. Swisher continuing to clear the side, takes out Infinite. Cynic trying to get a flank angle there from A ramp as he flies out from cross, but Spongy again with some BNB intuition flicks the headshot on his flank angle. It's only Ponalone remaining, has nowhere to go. It's behind hidden boxes there on platform, loses his AWP, and BNB now leading 8-3. I'm sure BNB wasn't too thrilled about giving up map 1 16-6, and they've been looking pretty strong since then. Came back on Inferno, as mentioned, closed that one out 16-12 or 16-13. Pushed it to the decider and looking pretty solid here on the decider thus far. Party Astronauts was able to squeeze out another full buy here. They do have Pawn on the AWP once again, but Pawn down in the sight. He really needed to connect on that pick on Junior, but it's going to be Junior coming out on top of that op battle again. And yeah, I am actually having some questions here if this is the right version of Dust 2 or not. I'll have to follow up on that a bit later. But right now, Mad Cow looking to lead the way into the B side for BNB. Infinite on the rotation there from B. Tunnel does find one. Swisher trying to make something happen. And B does find the headshot onto DJ. He's going to get at least one more. He does. Cynic not able to get out of the way. Cynic not going to be too happy about that one. Caught with his pants down, essentially trying to escape outdoor. Not going to be able to do so. Bomb will be planted, and what was looking like a PA round is now going to the way of BNB Bentley, trying to make something happen there at the end of the round, but Spongy available for the trade from Tunnel. BNB now leading by 6 rounds. Junior with a big op pick again early. Headshot at mid. Infinite. Good for the 1v onto Swisher, though. DJ thought about pushing into B Tunnel there, but he's going to be met by Mad Cow's AK, falling back with just 30 HP now. 4-on-4 scenario. Still about a minute 20 for BNB to work with here. Party Astronauts still with a shot at this round, despite only having upgraded pistols here. Junior is still sitting at 18 HP. And BNB not definitively making a commit to either site yet. I'm just as confused about the T side snipe spot as you guys. I'm trying to get some clarification here. Mad Cow with a nice headshot there at mid. BNB the one player advantage, but Ben Lee evening things out with the 1D there from a ramp. Spongy returning fire for the trade, sways the one-man advantage back in favor of BNB. But DJ making his way past elevator does get Junior up there on platform. Sheikh Zula taking out Infinite. And leave only DJ remaining here for Party Astronauts, in BNB continuing to fire on all cylinders, now leading 10-3 here on Dust 2. So I don't know if I think it might just be GoTV, or no, it's not. That is the version of the map being played. As you saw, Junior having to drop down to get the mid peaks now. Swisher. Historical green box. He will get tagged up quite a bit there. Swisher with 28 HP at top mid. Sheikh Zula taking quite a bit of damage as well on that initial skirmish at B, tagged up to 28 HP. Sheikh Zula with the clever smoke onto the door handle. No kills being registered quite yet this round. BNB still with about a minute 5 to work with here. Party Astronauts is going to be running a double AWP set at both DJ and Pawn Alone with Ops here. Alone peeking from long will hit that initial op shot onto Junior. Sheikh Zula holding things down at mid. That's Infinite down. Brings us to a 4-on-4 scenario here. Madcow making the cross at long. Looking to take out Ben Lee. Lights him up. Spongy gonna be able to finish him off. Pawn Alone still up in the sight there. Hits the op headshot onto Swisher, but Madcow good for the trade. Cynic does bring it to a 2-on-2 though, after taking out Sheikh Zula, who was watching the long flank. So they know Cynic as it long. DJ gonna be at catwalk here. They don't definitively have that information yet. Cynic making a play from long. He's moving up car, hits the headshot onto Spongy. Madcow needs to turn around to Cat. He does duck just in time. Makes a proper peek there onto DJ. I actually thought Madcow had that for sure, but DJ returning fire will secure the defuse, and that'll be a 4th round going the way of Party Astronauts. Final round of the half is upon us here. Party Astronauts was able to pull off a full rifle buy here, although Infinite did have to settle for the FAMAS. B&B still making their way up catwalk, despite taking a lot of damage there at mid. Swisher likely going to have to come up big here as he entries or prepares to entry into A, leading the way off catwalk onto platform. Swisher out in front. Infinite trying to hold things down from default, but that smoke is going to prevent any contact from being made yet. Junior, meanwhile, using this distraction to take out DJ at mid on the rotation. Infinite does take out Swisher on side. Spongy there for the trade. Looks like bomb will be planted here by Spongy. A bit of damage. B&B 3 players very lit up, but they do have Sheikh Zula at full HP and the one-man advantage. Ben Lee trying to make his way onto site there near Goose. Spongy gonna take him out as Ben trying to be sly there. Sheikh Zula making quick work of Cynic. And Junior finishing off Pawn Alone there on CT ramp. And Bad News Bears closing out the half up 11-4, and we'll be back in just a couple minutes here for the second half. Don't go anywhere. We're officially live for the second half here. Cynic leading the way with Infinite here at long for PA. Swisher going to be pinned down. Ikari's looking for at least one headshot. Not able to find one so far. Swisher taking a bit of damage, but not too much. Swisher somehow dodging all these Glock shots. This is just becoming comical at this point. Infinite finally able to land a headshot there onto Swisher. He was basically playing whack-a-mole, kept popping up behind car and crouching back down. He was able to tag Pawn Alone down to 13 HP, Cynic down to 55. PA still trying to work long. They've got a 2-man advantage now. Advancing towards cross. Making their way across long. Pawn Alone and DJ able to finish off the round there. And PA able to fire back. Hold on, I need some water here. Sorry about that, boys. Caster H2O emergency. Junior with a nice scout headshot there. Holding things down defensively for B&B, but the rest of B&B over here at long, not able to find another kill. Infinite with the Galil headshot into pit. That leaves us in a 4-on-4 scenario here. Minute 10 on the clock for PA to work with. Van Leet looking for a pick from Cat, but it's going to be Spongy coming up huge with the P250. Regardless of that, DJ will still get the bomb planted at A. Bad News Bears rotating in unison here. Looks like they're going to flank around from long. Spongy going to go catwalk. Infinite able to line up two at long there with the Galil Jr. finally getting the trade with the Scout Jr. trying to get a wild no-scope and quick-scope there. He is able to finish off DJ at long, and that'll be a 12th round going to the Bears. PA starting off that round strong, but B&B coming up huge there. PA potentially going to try their luck at B here. It looks like they're sending 3B tunnel early with the C4 here. Junior keeping an eye on middle once more. That's Cynic down early. Let's see how that affects PA here. They only have one rifle to work with. Shake Zul with a nice HE nade into B tunnel there. That's going to tag up both Infinite and DJ quite a bit. So the remaining players other than Infinite on party here are going to be working with a Deagle and two Tech 9s. Don't know if that's going to be enough. Junior narrowly missing Ben Lead at double doors there. I'm talking millimeters. Ben Lead able to slide away, make his way up Cat via Xbox. Going to take out Swisher with that Tech 9. That's actually a huge kill there, but PA's already taken so much damage. Another spam shot going out on behalf of Junior at mid there. Ponalone tagged down to 23 behind Xbox. He's basically pinned down. Junior gonna hit the spam shot as soon as Ponalone tries to make a dash for B tunnel. And PA not with a lot of options here. Ben Lee gonna drop off Cat Ledge. Junior right there waiting again. That's 3 on the round for Junior. Spongy keeping an eye on B here, wants to make sure there's going to be no last second plant shenanigans. Junior going to back him up. Junior good for the 4th. He could go for the ace, but it's Spongy stepping in for the headshot there on the DJ as he makes his way out of B tunnel. And Bad News Bears now leading by 8. PA doesn't have a lot of weaponry to work with once again, and once again it's going to be Junior drawing first blood in middle. Ponalone down. Junior good for another. What a flick onto Ben Lee Jr. flexing those reaction skills. Now we've got Swisher holding off the potential Cat Peak. Infinite getting tagged down to 16 HP at Catwalk. Sitting with a nice little 1 out mid doors, but don't know if that's going to be enough for PA to get anything going here. Swisher again keeping an eye on Catwalk, able to finish off Infinite. Good for another as well. Cynic falls, and there's 3 more kills for Swisher coming in at the end of the round. And Bad News Bears securing a 14th round for themselves, potentially to within 2 rounds of winning this Cash Cup and securing 9 grand for themselves. Party Astronauts looking to get aggressive here at Long A. They do have 5 AK-47s to work with. DJ making his way through B tunnel. He's going to be seen by Junior at Cat. Gets spammed down to 48 HP there with the AWP, but ultimately DJ able to take out Swisher on Catwalk. Junior having to fall back a little bit. Infinite that whole time was making his way up long, able to connect on the headshot there across. Mad Cow down, Shake Zula with the trade a couple seconds later. Spongy coming up huge at B through the smoke grenade. Good for 2 as Party tries to make their way into the B side. Looks like Pawn Alone will get the plant down, however. Still a one-man advantage for B&B as they probably attempt a retake here. Don't think they'll be saving this. It's possible Junior might save this AWP if Spongy and Shake aren't able to take initially here. But Shake takes out DJ as they rotate towards the B side from Tunnel. Pawn Alone caught out in the open by Spongy. And he'll easily get the defuse. That'll be a 15th round going the way of Bad News Bears, who now sit at map and match point. See if PA can do something here to potentially push some kind of insane comeback. PA allowing some time off the clock early here. Swisher pushed up aggressively at long. Some B&B players to deal with it. Middle as well. That Shake Zula on the more aggressive positioning at middle will make the peak take out Infinite by Xbox. All 4 PA players grouping up at Catwalk now. B&B dropping that Molotov onto Cat. Party not extinguishing it yet. They're actually going to let it dissipate. Party now led by DJ making their way onto the side. They're going to dissipate another Molotov. PA going to have to get a pick soon here. But Junior on the peak from A ramp lines up the collateral. Good for 2. Junior good for another there from Long. And B&B, congratulations. They've just won the Cash Cup Grand Final. They'll be taking home 9 grand for themselves. Congrats to PA for 2nd place. There's been quite a few exciting matchups today. Shout out to Mad Cow as well, dusting off the old keyboard and mouse and getting it done for B&B. Until next time, guys, have a great week. I'm sure there'll be some more premiere and other action this week here on my channel. You can give me a follow here on Twitch, same alias on Twitter as well. All right, guys, have a great Sunday night.